Can you actually grow back hair that you have lost? Is it possible to reverse balding without expensive treatments or harsh medications? Today we are diving deep into how to reverse hair loss naturally, and I will share the #1 best meal combination that can help you regrow your hair. Before we go further, write the country you are watching from in the comments below. I would love to know where our VIGORPHIL community is tuning in from today. Understanding hair loss patterns. The most common type of hair loss is called androgenic hair loss. This creates a specific pattern. In men, hair disappears from the top of the head. In women, the hair becomes thinner across the crown area. But here's something interesting. Some people can grow thick hair on their face and chin while losing all the hair on top. Why does this happen? The answer lies in understanding how hair actually grows. Let me explain the basics of hair growth. Each strand of hair grows from your scalp. Around every single hair is something called a follicle. The follicle is not the hair itself. Think of it like a tiny factory that sits in your scalp and helps the hair grow. This follicle is incredibly special because it needs two important things. First, it needs a lot of oxygen. Second, it needs tiny energy factories called mitochondria. Without these two elements, your hair cannot grow. The hormone connection. As we get older, our hormone levels change. One hormone that decreases with age is testosterone. This happens in both men and women. But there's another hormone, a stronger version of testosterone, that actually increases as we age. This hormone is called DHT. Many medications that help grow hair work by blocking or reducing DHT. These are called DHT inhibitors. In your body, regular testosterone converts into DHT. So, as we get older, testosterone goes down, but DHT goes up. We need some DHT because it affects our energy and vitality. But when DHT levels get too high, serious problems begin. What high DHT does to your scalp? When DHT becomes excessive, the hair follicles stop working properly. The follicles receive less oxygen, inflammation begins to develop in the scalp. This inflammation leads to scar tissue forming around the follicles. Once scar tissue develops, the hairs stop growing completely. The scalp skin even becomes shiny because of all this scar tissue. This is the basic process behind androgenic pattern baldness. If you are finding this information helpful, please hit that subscribe button. We share natural health solutions on VIGORPHIL every week. Beyond age and genetics. But this explanation doesn't tell us why DHT rises so high in the first place. Is it just because of age? Not really. Some people keep their hair their entire lives, while others lose it in their 20s. Is it all genetics? Genetics do play a role. Some people have more of the enzyme that converts testosterone to DHT. Some people have receptors that are more sensitive to this hormone. But even if you have genetic factors working against you, you can still take action to keep DHT as low as possible. The real root cause is insulin resistance. Here is the truth that most people miss. The primary driver of high DHT beyond age and genetics is insulin resistance. This should not surprise us because insulin resistance is the root cause of so many health problems. When you have insulin resistance, your body produces more of the enzyme that converts testosterone into DHT. On top of that, insulin resistance damages your liver. A damaged liver cannot properly control testosterone levels. This creates more free testosterone floating in your blood, which then converts into even more DHT. Everything traces back to insulin resistance. The complete natural solution. Now let me share the most overlooked approach for reversing hair loss. Can we just lower insulin resistance? Can we take a natural enzyme inhibitor to mimic medications without side effects? The answer is probably not by themselves. There is something far more important. We must fix the follicle environment. We need to restore the entire ecosystem where hair grows. Doctors can now transplant hair from the back of your head to the top, but they cannot just transplant the hair strand itself. They must transplant the entire follicle. The follicle is like soil that allows roots to grow. It is a complete ecosystem that needs attention. Excessive DHT starts the damage, then oxygen levels drop. This lack of oxygen, called hypoxia, creates inflammation. The inflamed tissue develops scar tissue as it tries to repair itself. Eventually, the scalp becomes shiny and bald. Strategy 1. Mechanical stimulation. One of the most effective but overlooked treatments is mechanical stimulation of your scalp. You need to wake up dormant stem cells and break down scar tissue. Many people do intensive scalp massage, but the most effective method is microneedling. Think of it like breaking up hard, compacted soil so water and oxygen can penetrate. Microneedling opens up the scalp. Oxygen can flow in. The repair process begins. Stem cells reactivate at the cellular level. Strategy 2. Red light therapy. Deep inside each follicle you have mitochondria, but these mitochondria have broken down and stopped working. We must stimulate and restore them. Microneedling helps, but we need another therapy called red light or near-infrared light therapy. This treatment has massive research supporting it. When you apply light with wavelengths between 630 and 850 nanometers to your scalp, you help restore mitochondria function. Doctors are even using red light therapy to improve eyesight by stimulating mitochondria in the eyes. Restored mitochondria produce more energy. With more energy, your follicles can grow hair again. Strategy 3. Rosemary oil for circulation. Most hair loss medications work by inhibiting the enzyme that creates DHT, but one very common medication works differently. This medication does not block DHT. Instead, it creates vasodilation, which means better blood circulation. To grow hair, you need oxygen flowing to your scalp. Among all natural remedies that can create similar effects, rosemary oil tops the list. The plant nutrients in rosemary oil greatly improve circulation. They also decrease DHT levels. They reduce inflammation, and they help protect mitochondria. We are adding layers to solve this problem and compounding the effectiveness to really restore your hair. You must address the root cause. Even if you do mechanical stimulation, red light therapy, and use rosemary oil, I still believe it would not work long-term unless you fix the original reason why hair fell out. You cannot forget to correct insulin resistance. You must correct this fundamental problem. If this video is giving you valuable information, show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to VIGORPHIL. Key nutrients for hair growth. There are specific nutrients that can speed up hair regrowth. Zinc and vitamin D are hands down the two most important nutrients for stimulating stem cells and growth factors in hair follicles. I recommend taking at least 10,000 IUs of vitamin D3 every day. For zinc, I suggest around 30 to 40 milligrams daily. Natural DHT inhibitors. There are additional natural inhibitors of the enzyme that creates DHT. You don't have to use all of these, but I want you to know your options. These are called 5-alpha reductase inhibitors. Saw palmetto is a common one. Pumpkin seed oil is another powerful option. The plant nutrient in green tea called EGCG works well. Peppermint oil is very effective. And zinc, which I already mentioned, also acts as a natural DHT inhibitor. The best meal for hair growth. Now, I want to share one of the best meals you can eat to support your hair from a nutritional standpoint. However, since we focus on plant-based nutrition at VIGORPHIL, I will give you the plant-based alternative approach instead. Start with pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds provide magnesium and important trace minerals. Pumpkin seed oil also acts as a powerful 5-alpha reductase inhibitor to lower DHT. Add onions to your meal. Onions are extremely high in quercetin, which is a very powerful anti-inflammatory compound. This fights the inflammation in your scalp. Include sauerkraut. Sauerkraut helps fortify your gut health, but here is what most people do not know. Sauerkraut has more vitamin C than almost any other food, about 700 milligrams per half cup. It contains over 600 different plant nutrients that help your hair in many ways, including decreasing DHT. You can also include leafy greens like spinach and kale for additional minerals. Add some green tea for EGCC. Include selenium-rich foods like Brazil nuts and sunflower seeds for trace minerals that support the hair follicle. This combination gives your body the building blocks it needs to repair and regrow hair naturally. The foundation, fixing insulin resistance. At the foundation of this entire problem sits insulin resistance. This is probably what started everything in the first place. Without addressing insulin resistance, all other treatments will only provide temporary relief. You must fix this underlying cause. To reverse insulin resistance naturally, focus on reducing refined carbohydrates and sugar from your diet. Eat whole plant foods. Include healthy fats from nuts, seeds, and avocados. Practice intermittent fasting if appropriate for your health situation. Stay physically active. Manage your stress levels. Get quality sleep every night. These lifestyle changes attack insulin resistance at its core. Here is your complete natural hair loss reversal plan. First, fix insulin resistance through diet and lifestyle changes. Second, take zinc and vitamin D3 daily to stimulate hair growth. Third, consider natural DHT inhibitors like pumpkin seed oil, saw palmetto, or green tea extract. Fourth, perform mechanical stimulation through scalp massage or microneedling. Fifth, use red light therapy on your scalp to restore mitochondria. Sixth, apply rosemary oil to improve circulation and reduce inflammation. You do not need to do everything at once. Start with correcting insulin resistance and adding key nutrients. Then, gradually add the other strategies. Be patient. Hair regrowth takes time because you're healing the entire follicle environment, not just covering up symptoms. Natural hair regrowth is possible when you address the root causes. You can restore the follicle environment, you can reactivate dormant stem cells, you can improve circulation and oxygen flow, you can reduce harmful DHT levels. But everything starts with fixing insulin resistance and providing your body with proper nutrition. Which strategy are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. And if this information opened your eyes to new possibilities for natural hair restoration, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to VIGORPHIL for more natural health wisdom. We are building a community of people who believe in the power of natural healing. Remember, your body has an amazing ability to heal and regenerate when you give it the right conditions. Your hair can grow back. You just need to create the right environment and be consistent with these natural approaches. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.